Hi, my name is David Stroop. I'm a captain at the Village of Mount Pleasant Police Department in Racine, Wisconsin. I'm fortunate enough to work for the agency in the community I grew up in. Throughout my childhood, I remember the Mount Pleasant Police Department squads driving through the neighborhood, officers waving, handing out baseball cards, and occasionally hopping out and playing basketball or joining the neighborhood football game. This resonated with me as a child and throughout my education and when I began looking and becoming interested in law enforcement. This was an agency, as many of the agencies in my area are, completely engaged in the community, looking to go that extra mile, stepping out with a football game or the neighbors and community and just having a conversation. I remember the day I got the call from the then chief saying, "We'd like you to come work for us." I took it instantly. Having joined the department, I was approached early on in my career and asked if I wanted to become a school resource officer. Having just left the school district to join the department, I jumped on it immediately. Having the opportunity to get back in the classroom, get back in that school setting in a different capacity was intriguing and also challenging, and ultimately very rewarding. The school district, the high school, is just over 2,000 kids, 400 staff on any given day, which arguably is bigger than a lot of towns in Wisconsin. And being the sole officer in the building, you were called on for a variety of different things on a daily basis. To this day, I run into students on a weekly basis who have a memory or an example or an experience with the Mount Pleasant Police Department, either be it through the classroom with presentations, through speakers, through demonstrations. The involvement in the police department has stuck with many, many of these students. And just standing back and telling stories and examples and experiences and has been very rewarding to me, knowing that that 5-minute interaction in a classroom or that conversation in a hallway stuck with these individuals through the past 15 years. There's many examples. One that resonates with me is a student who came in hard charging as a freshman, frequent in the office, in police office, getting in trouble. The student had all the potential in the world. And it was the mission of the school administration, myself, and counselors to get that student on that path. After 3 years, it clicked. The student's GPA accelerated, weren't getting in trouble, and eventually graduated with her class. I encountered that student years later, and she recalled the stories of giving her breaks, coming up with solutions, being patient with her, both on the law enforcement side and the school administration side, talking to her, educating her, and what all of those time and effort, those experiences that she uses even to this day, and the job that she has and the employment, and she was just going to be promoted into her profession. She had no idea she would ever make the money she was making and be in the position and authority that she has. And she was very thankful for the time and effort. And it's those instances years later where someone recalls those moments, those efforts, that time that you put in. It's all of those interactions that you don't know are going to have the effect that you hope they have, which is why I joined law enforcement.